Today, we are diving into hazardous materials. And when I say hazardous materials, I mean toxic relationships.
Time to get toxic.
Time to get
It's
toxic.
TC time.
Listen, the caution box, don't touch it.
This is all about, behaviors that we've been taught to mistake for love.
And then, you and I have talked about that Superman syndrome. When Clark Kent want to fly in and save somebody.
Hate a Superman, ain't saving shit. Someone tried to spin the block. And you know me, I'm not a block spinner. You were broke. And you were mean because you were broke. It's not like Sneaky Link Dick is husband dick. Like, okay, this is dick that I can take every day.
Okay.
Versus Sneaky Link Dick where it's like, okay, I can only fuck with this nigga like once a week because
it's too much.
It's too much.
It's too much. You get thrown on the wall and shit.
Nah, niggas just be controlling and possessive.
Listen.
They don't even like you.
Listen.
They just don't want nobody else to have you.
You said that.
Yeah,
you like a little toxicity.
Yeah, it do be fun.
People will also think chaos equals passion. Oh, like we fight hard, we love hard. Like, no, like I don't care if the makeup sex, y'all going crazy, but y'all was arguing in the club.
That's actually nuts.
Nuts.
I don't condone struggle love. I'm not riding or dying. I'm not waiting for you to finish cheating on me for the next 2-3 years before you decide you want to be faithful. I'm not doing any of that.
But there are people that actually thrive in that environment and they feed off of that in each other. Like
Good for them.
That is not passion.
That's crazy as fuck. Welcome to the Don't Piss Me Off podcast. If you are Black, professional, witty, and ready to get litty, you are in the right place. My name is Bryana.
My name is Yuri. Last time we touched on dating while being a Black, professional, and also visible. Today we are diving into hazardous materials. And when I say hazardous materials, I mean toxic relationships. Welcome back to the show.
Time to get toxic.
Time to get
it's
toxic.
It's TC time.
Listen, the caution box, don't touch it.
At all. So I'm super excited because today, this is all about, behaviors that we've been taught to mistake for love.
Oh, God.
Right? But also what healthy communication looks like and how insecurity can turn into emotional, verbal, and or physical abuse.
Absolutely.
And that's from either party.
Absolutely. And then, you and I have talked about that Superman syndrome. When Clark Kent want to fly in and save somebody.
Hate a Superman, ain't saving shit.
Not everybody needs to be saved. Not everybody
needs to be saved.
Not everybody. Girl.
Also, the autonomy to even think that you got the ability. Like, in what audacity do you think that you have the answer, Sway?
You ain't got the answers,
You do not have the answers.
You ain't got the answers at all.
With that being said,
here we go.
What pissed you off this week?
every time, I'm trying to limit it to one thing. This week, when men try to convince me that mediocrity is something that I should accept. Like, don't gaslight me. Don't try to sell me on a hope and a dream. Mm-hmm. The half-assedness. Unhand me, scoundrel.
Unhand me, nigga.
Like,
get your hands off of me.
Get your hands off of me. Like, I don't want no parts of it. And you try to tell me like this is not. They try to be smooth with it. Like, oh no, like I could do this. Like, don't worry, it's gonna be great. No, don't give me the half-ass. Please don't try to tell me like it's good and like we should do this. No, we don't.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. Keep it.
Because who is it good for? Is it good for you or is it good for me?
For them.
Yeah.
For them. It's their
trying to convince you that this situation is beneficial for them.
And it's not what
you,
correct.
And you know it ain't beneficial for you.
When they know it's because they can't live up to my standards. But it's like, oh no, like let's do this.
Like accept this.
Accept this.
That's crazy as fuck.
Absolutely not. Now you tell me.
Child.
Girl, who pissed you off this week?
Well, someone tried to spin the block. And you know me, I'm not a block spinner. I don't do it. When I be done, I be done. Because, go back for what? Yeah. And especially if there's no monetary benefit, like you have paid no bills. I don't get a bunch of gifts from you. Like, because I think as women, we have to be honest. It's a certain somebody that we always gonna let creep back in, and that could be for multiple reasons. It could be physical reasons, it could be emotional,
Comfort.
or it can just be
Comfort.
straight up like
Yep.
gift giving, like cool, right? I know what I'm getting
Oh,
out
you
of
shouldn't
this.
have.
Even though I shouldn't be
Yeah.
doing this, I know what I'm doing,
Yeah.
right? And I think everybody always know what they're doing at the end of the day. But for me, this person attempted to gaslight me into believing
It's that
that
gaslighting.
the
Yeah.
relationship was amazing when
Mm.
really it was the worst time of my fucking life. Like literally, I had no business being there. You know, you ever look back on some shit and you be like, girl, what the fuck? What was you
Who
even
was
doing
that?
over there?
That was me?
What was you even
I have
doing
no
over
idea who
there?
that was.
Girl, I was
Yeah.
like in the worst time of my life when
Uh-huh.
I met this person.
Mm.
And I think that anything looks like sunlight when everything's dark.
Correct.
This motherfucker was gray, bitch. Thought he was the sun. Was not. Got out that motherfucker. Literally came
saw
out
the
and saw
light.
the light and was like, ew.
Exactly.
What the fuck was I
Got
doing
out
over
the
there?
matrix and listen, I get it.
Literally. So that pissed me off because I feel like they tried to rewrite the story
Oh yeah.
while trying to convince me that things were great. And I'm like, babe, you were broke and you were mean because you were broke. Niggas be mean when they're broke. When they ain't got no money, they get mean.
Unhappy ass motherfucker.
And it wasn't even his fault. He had some change, right? But then he had some shit with the IRS. Y'all better pay them people. They will garnish. Okay, they don't care about
They
your
coming back.
child
They will
support.
fine you.
They don't care about tuition. They do not care. So the story I was told, whether it's true or not, we wouldn't even know, right?
Okay.
Was that
Let me hear you.
the IRS got his shit right, 6 figures at that, and that's a lot of money. Whether you make a lot or
Forfeiture.
not, 6 figures is a lot to get garnished, right?
Yeah.
He was so broke and so mean after that. But anyways, it
And
was
you
just the
met him
fact that
after the garnisher?
no, before. Bitch, before.
Okay.
Be fucking for real.
You should have left with when they was taking the furniture. You should have hopped
Surprise,
on the couch.
it wasn't the IRS,
carried
it
me
was
out.
me.
Gotcha,
The
bitch.
IRS is spelled Bryana. That's fucking crazy.
Fucking Bryana riding out with his shit in the moving van. I cannot.
Whole time it's me. No, but seriously, great guy, great person, all of the things. But once the money was funny, so was he, and it was just
Yeah.
not great. And because I was in such a dark space in my life,
You
I was
tolerated all
allowing
that.
things.
Yep.
And it wasn't that he was like nasty to me or abusive to me or anything else. It was just that you were not showing up, and I was accepting whatever little bit you had because I could understand being in a fucked up situation.
Yep.
I'm somebody that been through some shit. I might laugh, kiki, should be funny now. Wasn't funny then, bitch was on her knees crying every night.
No.
But don't try to convince me that the situation was better than what it was. That's what I didn't like. I would have rather you come back and say, hey, been thinking of you. You know, I know things didn't end well. However, I'm back on my feet. Things are going well, and I would love to show you how I would have liked to have treated you then, or how you should have been taken care of then.
Now, based on that, because we've talked about this before, is that also the fact that like you were the best that he's ever had?
No, he's a quality man.
Okay.
He's a quality man, but then also I hated the sex. So it's like, oh, go back for what? There was like pity sex.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, we just in a dark spot. You just
No,
doing
and then
shit.
whenever you go back the second time, it was like
Ugh.
like that second hit ain't the same like the first one.
Yeah. That's like, once again, I don't spin the block. So it's like, there's already nothing that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. You can't unsee it.
I
I'm
wasn't
sorry.
getting
Once
no
I get the
gifts.
ick.
You wasn't taking care of shit. And the D was trash. I just liked you. So, you know, when you like somebody, you make it more emotional. It's like, it's okay. It's like husband dick.
You like close your eyes.
Like,
and
you know
shit?
what I mean? It's not like sneaky link dick, it's husband dick. Like,
You
okay,
look in
this
his
is dick
eyes
that I
when
can
it-
take every day.
Okay.
Versus sneaky link dick, where it's like, okay, I can only fuck with this nigga like once a week because
It's too much.
It's too much.
It's too much. You get thrown on the wall and shit.
I'm just
Oh
saying.
God, here we go. Here we go.
But you get
I get it. Listen, but let's dive into what toxic means, you know, because I think a lot of people these days also confuse the toxicity as love. Like this concern, this care, this constant attention. Oh, he ringing down my phone. He must love me. He outside watching through my windows.
No, niggas just be controlling and possessive.
Listen.
They don't even like you.
Listen.
They just don't want nobody else to have you.
But are people seeing the difference in that? Like some people are used to that, whether that's how they were raised, when they saw their mom and their daddy. You know, how are we differentiating like toxic attention and what love and concern is?
Yeah. Well, I think people mistake attention. for love. If you ask me, motherfuckers just be bored. I'll sit and text a nigga I don't like all day long just because
boredom
I
is the
don't like
devil.
him.
Ain't
It
you
means
always say
nothing to
boredom
me.
is the devil?
Yeah, but the guy that I really like, I want him to come get me. Like,
like,
I'm not
hey,
gonna
big
do all
head.
that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, even from a female standpoint, we didn't sat up and chopped it up with somebody off of pure boredom.
Oh God, I be
Like,
doing that.
Just attention. I'm
I be
giving you
doing
some
that.
attention because I want some attention right
Send out a
now.
bunch of like, what you doing text.
Yeah, and
hey, big head.
and it's absolutely toxic. It is. You
Yeah.
know, I'm accountable for what I be
No,
doing.
you said that.
Yeah,
You like a little toxicity.
Yeah, it do be fun. But like but in real life, I don't be playing with people like
No.
that. I make it very clear. Like, you know me, I'm big homegirl all day.
Yeah.
You know when I like you because I'm a big softie and all of the things.
But they like you more than you like them. So when you doing it for boredom, they're like, I got a chance.
No, there's no way that they think that. There's no way. I think they just like that I'm even giving them energy, so they're gonna take what they can get.
Listen,
as women do as well.
Taking the scraps.
Women do that too.
Yeah,
women do that too. I'm just saying.
Now, when do we think about like the chaos meaning love? Because, you know, I'm not saying, I think in my 20s I probably thought, and you kind of mentioned some of it before, but when you're younger or when you don't have all these experiences or when you haven't been loved the right way, like the madness means like people are attracted to that chaos. Yeah.
Struggle love. I don't condone struggle love. I'm not riding or dying. I'm not waiting for you to finish cheating on me for the next 2-3 years before you decide you want to be faithful. I'm not doing any of that.
Yeah.
I'm not taking care of a man. I'm not even moving in with a man without a ring on my finger. I got my place, you got your place. I don't care how much I'm over there or how much you over here. I'm not even cohabitating.
No.
Because what we not about to do is have me struggle, you lose your job or whatever. Now I'm taking care of the house alone. And, you know, it might not be your fault that you lost your job. I'm not saying like, oh, you can't hold a job down. I'm saying things happen. People get laid off. You're not my husband. There is no way I'm taking care of the household for a man who is not my husband. There are going to be times where I'm up, he down, he's up, I'm down, but that's things that you do with your husband.
Correct.
So that struggle love just to call somebody your boyfriend is weird.
It's weird as fuck.
It's weird.
Weird as fuck.
And I'm not even taking my husband back after cheating.
Listen.
That's just the one thing I can't do.
No.
You know, I think everybody be like, well, and I also think, let me say, as an unmarried woman, I have spoken to my married female friends, and many a time I have heard, not that their husbands are cheating, but they said, child, a woman is the least part of my worry. I wish it was another bitch. Because once you're married, you go through the type of trials and tribulations.
My married friends say that as well. Like,
so
cheating is like cheating is like the least you could do. There's so much worse.
I don't want to deal with it, but there is so much more worse than that.
Yeah.
So I say that now, like, okay, yeah, that is a absolute for me. But, you know, if I'm being fair, I have quite a few married friends, and it's like, girl, I wish another woman was the problem right now.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with anybody being a bad person, just the type of trials and tribulations you face in a marriage, for better or for worse.
Correct.
Sickness
that
and
you
health.
have to endure.
Yeah,
like,
that
you're
you have
trained
to
that
endure.
like there's no, you know, exit, like eject seat from it. So it's the weight of that, I think.
Well, even in the seasons when you don't like your partner, like, think about even when you're just in a regular relationship, you're like, I do not like this motherfucker right now. Like, get out of my face.
Go to your room.
Go to your room, please. Right?
Go to your room.
But when you're married, you can't be like, go to your room. You know, we in this house together. You know what I mean?
I've seen those marriages where, listen, that one go to the room ends up they sleeping in a different room for months, years.
It can never be that.
The next bitch, yeah.
We ain't doing that.
No, never.
We ain't doing that. But I also understand that it's like, you know, at the end of the day, when you're married and you have that season when you're literally lusting over each other, so many of my friends relish in that. Like, oh, when I like my partner right now, like, they relish in that too. So like, I respect, you know, being like, okay, I'm not always gonna like you, but I'll always love you. But then there's that season where I'm lusting. I can't keep my hands off my husband, or I can't keep my hands off my wife, right? That is very much different than confusing jealousy and care and struggle love and this is that. That is just completely different. So for me, I'm not into all of the like, we out and about and, you know, we both ego facing right now and somebody's trying to hurt somebody more or somebody's trying to, you know, pull a trigger more. Like, I'm not into that. That shit is weird. I don't want to do it. And I'm the worst at it because I truly don't give a fuck. And because, you know, I don't give a fuck, you're trying to do more to make me care.
No, yeah, absolutely.
And that's not love either.
It's not.
Trying to hurt me is not making me care.
Or like those people that are spiteful in arguments. Like I think people will also think chaos equals passion. Oh, like we fight hard, we love hard. Like no, like I don't care if the makeup sex y'all going crazy, but y'all was arguing in the club.
That's actually nuts.
Nuts. Nuts.
Like
This is not Ike and Tina, okay?
no.
Like, but there are people that actually thrive in that environment and they feed off of that in each other. Like
Good for them.
that is not passion.
No,
That
I'm not
is
into
not
that.
at all. And I don't feel like any relationship should be that, you know, and then they go ham at each other, call each other names, fuck you, make up, and then it's like, what you want for breakfast?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
It's also scary because how far are you finna go to fuck me good? Like, are you gonna knock me out?
Hey.
like how are you finna go with, how far are you gonna go with this?
You never know.
The choke, is it gonna be a real choke or not? Will I
The light
die
choke?
for real? Or am I just on the edge of my seat?
Because you know you like a little bit of that.
Yeah. So like, am I gonna, is he actually killing me right now? I don't want to be that confused.
You gotta tap out.
I don't like it. You can't tap out because you don't know if he's killing you or not.
Next thing you know, you motherfuckers is wrestling for real.
This nigga dead, y'all. You know that song on Instagram.
We was doing this and next thing you know, shit went left. 911. I can't fucking stand
That's insane. I'm not into it. I think it's weird. I also just think that goes to show that you do not know how to communicate your feelings, you know, appropriately. If you think that's the way to handle the situation and that sex cures all things, that is not a real thing.
No, not at all.
That is not a real thing.
So, who gonna fly in and save you? Superman.
You got to save yourself because toxic is not love. It's not.
Never. Superman syndrome. What experiences have you had with Superman syndrome, Bryana? Talk to me.
Here's the thing.
Go.
You know, I think that when people possess Superman syndrome, it's the need to be needed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you intentionally choose people who need to be saved, right? So I feel like if I don't need to be saved, and you are coming over here with this energy and you don't even have the tools to play on my level, what are you doing? You know, and I think I can appreciate someone desiring, wanting to do better and be better and this and that and wanting to show up for someone like, wow, you know, you ever meet a guy and you're like, oh, I ain't gonna cuss a lot in front of him. That's all because I cuss. I'm a cusser.
Absolutely not.
I've been cussing since I was 2, child.
I can't help it.
So it's just like, you know, you meet a certain kind of guy to make you want to step your shit up a little bit. But I think men are the same way with women. They meet a certain kind of woman, but then I think they get in the ring and realize like, oh, I have nothing to offer. So I think it's best to just play on your level. Like if you are a person who needs to feel like you are in control or you show love by playing Captain Save-A-Ho to people or to women who are actually needy, because I desire someone who's like, oh, she don't need me, so I want to do everything for her.
Yeah.
That's a different type of, that's
also
care.
Understanding you.
Yeah. Versus, let me find the weakest person in the room and show them that they need me. That's not love.
Now, there's also those people that don't even realize that they have this Superman syndrome because nowadays all the men are healed, you know, and it's they in therapy.
Because everybody in therapy now. Everybody talk to the lady now. Everybody talk to the lady. Ain't talking to no damn body.
I'm fixed.
Whole time the lady name is Chat GPT. I'm sick.
And they want a safe space for men to talk, right? Mm-hmm. However, they don't realize that they are still putting themselves in these situations and situationships and relationships where they're craving this attention they get back for those that need them. Like, there's some Supermen out there that don't even realize they're Supermen and then wonder why shit's toxic.
Well, also, I feel like, you know, a lot of what we go through and a lot of what we project or who we become or even how we heal is all due to how we were raised, right? So I think when you didn't have somebody save you, you become the person that wants to save other people.
Yep.
So you can't even recognize the difference between support and trying to save somebody, right?
Yep.
I'm not someone who needs to be saved. I've been saved through Christ Jesus already, honey. He died for my sins.
Absolutely.
My shortcomings.
There you go.
Right? So I'm not someone who requires to be saved. I do need to be supported. You know, I do need to be heard. I do need to be loved properly. I do need to be held gently, right? Spoken to gently.
Tell them. Yes.
Right? Once again, love a generous man. gonna say that every
The
time
soft
I'm on
life.
here.
The soft life, right?
But seriously, so I think when it comes to people who possess, Superman syndrome or whatever the case may be, some of that is because no one saved the little boy or little girl in them.
Oh.
So you want to be everybody's savior, knowing that you don't even have all the tools. Not all the time.
The tool.
The main tool.
The main tool. But then there's those people that they're in love with the potential, like what shoulda, coulda, woulda been.
Or not me.
Right?
Did that.
I need you fully potential.
At this age, we have to accept people for who they are when we meet them.
Absolutely.
If this man never changes, do I accept who he is right now in this moment?
And are you looking at like what stage are you at? Right. So I am potential. Right?
I can be potential a little more.
Yes. Fully potential. So then I'm over here trying to build you in. We're trying to fill in the spaces.
Yeah, no, that's weird. No. And that's why I said, like,
complete meal.
I had heard something that, like, men don't really change after a certain age. Women were always evolving, and and even just us hormonally.
Yeah.
Men don't change much hormonally like we do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we are forever evolving. Obviously, in the spiritual realm, we say we're all always evolving. Yes, we get that. But I'm saying just your day-to-day, most men, even with their routine, they wake up, fart, wash their ass, like they got the same
routine. What do they call it?
routine.
Shit, shave, shower?
Yeah,
Is that the rule? Shit, yeah, okay.
Very simple. Very simple, right? Us.
Yeah. Predictable.
Us, it's like, okay, well, I got to do this and this day. Then I got Pilates, then I got to get coffee, but then I got to go pick something up from
And then with age,
like that routine
in your 20s is different from your 30s and your 40s.
Yeah, so I think you have to accept people for exactly who they are when you meet them, or not. Or not.
Let it go.
But I don't believe in that I'm going to be the one to change him. And, I don't believe in all of that. He going to do me just like he did her.
Absolutely. No.
He's going to do me exactly like he did her, matter of fact.
Same way.
And it's going to hurt even more because I think I'm different. Oh, my God. Have you ever been there? You like, oh, them bitches was weak. And then you get there, he does you worse. Oh, my God.
Like, I've seen this before.
Me? He's so shocked that he did you even worse.
Seriously, right? I cannot. Not now. Absolutely not. I run the other way.
Skedaddle. I'm better than all of them. Are you kidding me?
Scram.
Worse.
Absolutely not. I don't even.
But you know what that means? Because he got to break your ass down. Like, bitch, you thought you was better? Let me bring you back down.
Exactly. Let
me
test it out. Let's see if I still got it.
Yeah, let me bring you back down to where I live. This is why you can't be fucking with those who need to be
That's why you gotta know yourself, so the fucking red flags, kick in, and this ain't it, because you could end up
in the river,
stress the fuck out
in the river,
stress the fuck out.
What do you feel like you've learned behavioral wise between romanticizing things that are unhealthy and actually realizing what the safer and actual healthy version of that is?
I think you have to experience it, right? Like, you have to have someone that treats you well, and then you could compare, right? Because everything is life experiences, right? If you've never seen it, then you don't know what it looks like. And then for me, it's been creating like my own peace. So once I'm peaceful by myself, there ain't no motherfucker that gonna come in here and ruin my shit. Like, you can only add to it. So those things that I used to look at as, oh, this is love and this is attention and affection, because I had nothing to compare it to. Mm-hmm. Now, my peace and what I've seen healthy relationships look like and healthy communication looks like, you can't drag me back there. Like, it's a allergic reaction. It's like acid reflux. Get it out.
Yeah.
So I think it's just life experiences and appreciating what peace looks like for me, and not letting someone come in and ruin all that I've built to sustain like what I bring to the table per se.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think I used to romanticize jealousy. Like, oh, he jealous.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, he jealous, he love me. But really, like, you're nuts. Really, this whole thing is chaotic. And I have no clue. I'm having a ball, honestly.
Or not realizing the jealousy is insecurity manifesting itself.
Oh, totally. It could be both.
Yeah.
I feel like, I think you do want your partner to be not jealous, but you want them to know, like, I'm still turning heads. I belong to you. You are mine, I am yours. But, they looking. right?
Yeah.
But it's
Stay
another
on your
thing to be
toes.
like, all right, now,
Yeah.
little bitch, don't be out there doing too much tonight.
Yeah.
When I used to have this blood nigga that I was fucking
Girl,
with, he's
come
like,
on.
all right, then, blood, like, don't be out there acting all fast and shit, shaking your ass and shit, little bitch. Like, whoa. And I used to
His
be like,
ass is probably he probably outside waiting for you across the street, like seeing what you doing inside the
the
club.
whole time he probably not. Probably in another bitch face. But that's not the point.
Still. Or they be trying to deceive you with that, making you think that
Fake jealous. Ooh,
that fake jealousy.
Fake jealous.
That fake
you
jealousy.
You do not care. You got like 5 other females you finna call right now back to back. As soon as I move around.
Boy, bye. Save it for your
terrible.
mama.
That's terrible. Have you ever loved someone for their potential? I know you're not doing potential no more because they got to come potential. But have you fallen in love with potential? Like, oh, I know who you could be if you really wanted to show up. And I see the man that if you allowed yourself to heal or just become who you would be.
Maybe. I think in my 20s when I was still growing, right? So like you're not turned off by the person that is also still growing. But then when you realize you accelerating at a higher rate and this motherfucker's still down here or still doing the same things he's doing and then you outgrow them, then I had to let it go. So I just think at a different stage in my life, I was giving my partner the same grace I was giving myself. So if I'm doing this for me, if I'm spoiling myself, if I'm making sure I have these things and you still are working on it, it's still an art project. I'm sorry.
I think in your 20s, that's a little different, though.
Yeah,
Everybody's
that's what I'm saying.
becoming. Everybody's
Correct.
becoming.
Everybody.
And I think for us, especially being young, fine women in our 20s, we was fucking with older men who was doing shit that
There was a
men
range.
our age were not doing. So
There was a
our
range.
expectation was blown.
Already.
Like, it wasn't even.
Already.
Yeah, that wasn't even right.
Yeah.
And I think it's hard to get out of that because then you become the person that's able to do that for yourself. You know, like, you're in your 20s, you meet the guy that's late 30s, early 40s. He's established in his career. Maybe he owns his home, he owns his car. You're being introduced to a lifestyle, even if you grew up well. I don't mean introduced to a lifestyle meaning you ain't never had shit. I mean introduced to a lifestyle in dating that you never had because you're only 20 something, right? So, you know, we going to Dave and Buster's having a fucking ball.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this man's taking you to Craig's in Beverly Hills.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
taking you on trips or whatever.
And you learning your food palette, you learning wine, you know what I mean? You really, evolving as a woman, and then you go look back at the guy that you're so in love with and you're like, ugh, you didn't wash your ass today.
That's a little deep. That's
like, you went and played basketball and came home and got on the game and didn't even wash your ass.
I definitely had it where, like, I had my little car and the dude older than me, but he driving my car, but like, no, he loved me and he a little hustler. So he always got cash in his pocket, just enough. But he always got cash in his pocket to like, oh, you got your own car? Like little shit impressing me. Were like, you ain't got to borrow my car? You sure it's Saturday?
Yeah, the little stuff.
But at the time, I'm thinking like, I got this little dude, driving my shit. Next thing I know, he fucking rolling around in the hood, like thinking it's his fucking shit.
Bending corners in your shit. God damn.
Putting mileage on my shit.
Ooh.
But
Did he bring it back with gas? No.
He bring it back with gas and little McDonald's. Like I got something to snack on. So you know what I mean? But I'm all like 18, 19 years old, think I got a little boyfriend. Come on, man.
Terrible
fucking
times. Terrible times. Like, you ever just look back and be like, where was my father? Like, you have a dad, but I'm saying, like, somebody should have been holding my hand all day, every day. Where was my father? Like, bitch, what were you doing?
I'll just say this. I look back and I'm like, damn, like, I've lived 9 lives. Like, I look back, that's a whole different Yuri from back then. And, like, those same people would try to, like, come back. I'm like, I don't know you.
Who are you?
Who are you?
This, I don't know. Me.
Unhand me.
Unhand me.
Unhand me, you vagrant. But I just don't. I don't go back. I learned a lot from it, and I'm just grateful that my parents raised me well, so that even in those relationships, I continue to know like I have to maintain myself and still work, school, whatever that was for me. But there was definitely some dude. I was like, Yuri, what were you thinking?
What were you thinking? You weren't.
I wasn't, but experiences. I learned about all them things back there.
Speaking of experiences, it's my favorite motherfucking part of tonight's show, baby.
Talk to me.
Therapy, growth, and doing the work. Can we really dive into how everybody acted like they talking to the lady?
Every single person, bro.
Like, they learn one word in therapy and like overly fucking use it in a conversation. And it's like, first of all, you're using it in the wrong context, dummy. Second of all, you're not even going to be accountable. You're going to gaslight. You're going so that you can come back into a conversation or a situation and gaslight me into thinking that you are so evolved and healed, and then using language that was used on you so that you can heal yourself, but you're projecting it onto me because you think
Manipulation.
yeah, pure manipulation.
Like, I think there was a time when somebody said they were in therapy, you really appreciated that as somewhat of a green flag. Like, oh, like they actually are in tune with their emotions. Now it's almost like what happened to you?
It's performative now. It's you see it all over the internet.
Correct.
Therapy is performative now.
Or they go just to learn enough so that they are able to, like you said, manipulate.
Hurt others, yeah.
Yeah. And they're also cherry picking their therapists to tell them what they want to hear. Oh, I'll go to somebody else. And everybody's a fucking therapist now.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even know that was never mind.
Anyway, yeah, take a sip.
Yeah. It's disgusting, Yuri.
I know it. It's honest. But in terms of therapy, are we saying that does accountability look like taking the action of going to therapy? Like, do you think there's any level of, okay, I'm admitting I did something wrong or I need help by going to therapy? Are we giving them a little credit?
I will never shame anyone about therapy.
Yeah.
What I will shame you for is using it to manipulate, right?
Absolutely.
So for me, because I am team therapy, I go to therapy. Shout out to my therapist, Miss Wanda. Anyways, what I will say is, I think it is important when you are really, truly trying to do the work, when you know that there are things inside of you that you need to unpack or release, and or when you know you are blocking yourself from functioning as your best self. Because I think for a lot of us, we're high functioning individuals, especially Black people as a community, right? Yeah. We've been through so much generational hurt and pain. We've learned to be high functioning individuals. Literally, the world could be burning down and we still show up in a way that I don't think a lot of people do, especially amongst our culture. So, for me, knowing that I'm high functioning, I think sometimes we are running and running and running and don't realize we're running in place, because people think all movement is good movement. Doesn't matter if you're going nowhere fast. And I think when you perform at a high level, and you are not reaping the benefits of what it looks like your output is, that's when you start doing the internal dialogue with what's keeping me from receiving.
Yep.
Because a lot of stuff is in our subconscious. We don't realize that we block vibrations and blessings and other things because we're so high functioning. You can't even receive opportunity in front of you because your brain is in 12 other places, even though you're showing up solid and you look good in the room, you sound good in the room, you're speaking well in the room, but you have a trillion other things going on because you're so high functioning. So you're not truly present. Yep. And I think in order to be present, you have to unpack those things because they just stay there. They have nowhere else to go.
No.
And you've given them nowhere. You've put them nowhere. So they live in here and they block your ability to receive and to also be in a position to lead others into good spaces. Like, you always hear the saying, like, who's saying your name when you're not in the room? If I am so caught up in my own mess and I'm in a room where I know Yuri is not here, but she is definitely the person who should be connected to this room, I don't even know to mention you because I'm so caught up in this that I can't even take care of the people who take care of me, No,
absolutely. And I think what you touched on is going to therapy because you're intentionally going there to get the tools you need to be a better person and to have better relationships. And then I'll segue into going to therapy to get the tools to have healthier communication, right? You're going to therapy to learn about listening versus reacting, learning how to be, not generate conflict, but actually trying to
de-escalate
and not be disrespectful in communication, being transparent versus being deceiving. I think therapy is a great tool or great method to get these tools that can be or could create these tools you have in relationships to be healthier and avoid this toxic nature. Yeah. Because healthy communication is huge, I would say. For me, for anybody, and friendships, relationships, everything.
Yeah. I think my biggest blessing out of therapy was when I was able to finally receive the kind of career path I wanted. I think when you feel like you're always being attacked or under attack, it's always everybody else's fault. We've all been there. Everything's everybody else's fault. Whether we figured out when we're 15, 25, or 35.
We trying to justify, explain.
Whenever you get done justifying and explaining and you just atone for your part and stuff, I think the world also perceives you differently and you begin to receive things differently. I feel like, so many times you go on Instagram and it's like, cry me a fucking river, put the violin goddamn down. You look at some people's stories and it's always about what everybody else fucking did. Goddamn, what part did you play? And then sometimes people like to lead with, well, I did this wrong, so blah, 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 blah. But really it's them getting ahead of the story. It's not them atoning. It's not them using the tools saying that this is what I could have done differently. A lot of people will act like they are taking accountability to lead the narrative so that when the full story comes back around, it's like, oh, I already told them my part. So now they already have a preconceived idea of what really happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, social media has definitely made that a thing.
It's so weird.
But that's also, you're talking about having emotional maturity and self-awareness, right? So in those situations, you are able to be self-reflective and see, this is what I did and this is what I can fix and how I could come up or show up better in a situation. Like I always say, I can control myself. I can't control everybody else. I can control how you're going to react to me. Because something that I do, I might not be intending for that reaction, but I know that I could be mindful of how I interact with others and not avoid it or gaslight and blame it on other people or say that somebody else is wrong. Yeah. It's really like looking at myself and what can I do to do my part.
Yeah.
What
does a healthy disagreement look like for you?
It's a conversation. I think a healthy disagreement is a discussion that's productive. I'm huge on productive conversation. When you are discussing something with somebody where both of you have the same goal to make it better, right? Like we're sharing and we are listening so that I can address your concerns so that we don't have this issue again versus just saying stuff to be heard. Like, I think that's part of it too. Like sometimes there's venting aspects to disagreement, but at the end of the day, if both individuals want it to be better, there is an incentive for you guys to understand each other's points by the end and what does this look like in the future so this is not a disagreement moving forward. And it's always a conversation. The tone is with care. Yeah. I think when you care about the other person, you talk to people with care. You never want to hurt their feelings in the moment. And the people that I love and care about, I always try to consider them in that way. Even if sometimes it's not to say it in the moment or say it with anger, because sometimes we're just angry, but also to be like, I want to treat them with care even in this moment of me not being happy with them because I genuinely don't want to hurt their feelings. I just want to express that I'm frustrated.
Facts.
What about you?
I think for me, it's the emotional regulation. When I was younger, once again, you treat people how people have treated you. And things that I learned from my sister, which here we are, fast forward many years later, she calls me her big little sister.
Yeah.
But my sister showed me she loved me by swearing at me when I did something stupid or calling me dumb or da-da-da. That just big sister, little sister, or big brother, little brother, or just your older sibling. It's an older sibling. Yeah. First of all, she's a Virgo just like you, and she's the eldest just like you. Yeah. So we went through this this moment where, she wasn't always the nicest, and I was doing that to my friends. Like, and it would be my friends that I really loved and cared for. Like, I'm talking about early 20s, like 18, 19, 20, 21, where I'm like, bitch, are you dumb? Like you don't get it? Like, I can't believe you don't get this right harsh. Now. Just being so harsh. I used to be so harsh. I quit that probably 10 years ago. Like I've come a really long way because I realized, that's not the way I like to be spoken to. So why would I talk to them the way that hurt me?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Once again, learning and unlearning. So for me, it's emotional regulation. And a lot of times when I'm having hard conversations, whether it be with a male partner or with a girlfriend, I always hold their hand. Yeah. Like, you know how we verbally be like, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this, child. But I physically hold someone's hand when I have to say something hard to them if we're sharing physical proximity, obviously not if we're on the phone. But I think the hardest thing is to deliver tough news to someone in love. And it's not hard because it's hard to say. It's hard because you don't know how they're going to receive it, and you just want them to receive it in the love and intent that you have for them.
Absolutely.
What would you tell your younger self about specific things you've encountered?
Oh, girl. I'll keep it quick. You're gonna get through it. I think these survival skills that we are trained to have and being a tough cookie, and I would tell my younger self that you're gonna learn what true love is and how you're supposed to be loved, and you'll get through this, and to keep being you in the midst of it. Yeah.
Yes.
What are your words to yourself in that
To
time?
young Bryana, I would tell her to never settle. Maybe never even extend as much grace, not because people don't deserve it, but because you deserve it, and people will take advantage of it.
I love that.
So
I love that.
thank you all for joining us on this week's episode of Don't Piss Me Off. Come back next week, baby, because we talking about friends, frenemies, and women who piss us off.
Please subscribe to our YouTube. Check us out on Instagram, TikTok. Email us your questions, comments, concerns. So until next time,
Don't piss me off. Cheers.
Cheers, Bill.